Good evening. This is Xinhua Live Report from Hong Kong. I'm reporting in front of the Hong Kong Cultural Center, where a grand lantern festival is being held to celebrate the traditional Chinese lantern festival. Besides all those colorful and magnificent lanterns that we're going to enjoy, we also have the chance to watch some of the most amazing traditional Chinese folk music, dances, and martial arts performances. So let's go and check it out. So we can see here it's a group of peacocks, peacock lanterns. Altogether, there are 10 of them, all in different colors and different postures. In the middle is the biggest peacock, which is bright blue and shines so magnificently in the dark in this evening. And this peacock lantern is 5 meters tall and 15 meters long, and you can see that it was lit up, glittered up by the dark blue LED lights. And the designers designed the tail of this peacock lantern into a amazing archway, so that also serves as the entrance of the whole exhibition. It's a pretty neat invention, isn't it? Besides this big peacock lantern, we also have other lanterns in different colors and different postures. The designer told us that because as a lively creature, peacock has a very beautiful feather and with different postures. So he designed all those peacocks in different styles with different colors. You can see that all the tails of those peacocks, they all have different colors, and not single one of them have the same posture or the same style, which is very amazing and pretty. Also, accompanying all those peacocks, let's go this way. Also, besides all those amazing peacock lanterns, we can see some of the peony flowers accompanying those peacocks. Peony flowers are considered the beauty of the nation in China. People love it because it has a very big blossoms, and also the colors are so different and has such a variety of the colors. In old times, in traditional China, the queens and the concubines of the Chinese emperors, they loved to wear the peony flowers in their hair to make them to be very noble and pretty. So I think it's a perfect combination of the peacock lantern with the peony flowers, because they all symbolize good luck, prosperity, richness, and nobility. Now, after we appreciating those lovely peacocks and peony flowers, the lanterns, let's change to the second section of this exhibition, which is the palace lanterns and the merry-go-round lantern, right over there. So first, let's ask our cameraman to show us a little video about how this lantern is made. Traditional lanterns are made of silk and gauze fabrics, bamboo splints, wire, and tissue paper. The making process involves splitting the bamboo splints, cutting tissue paper, forming the frame, mounting fabrics, decoration, calligraphy writing, drawing, and assembling, etc., which is a very complicated technique. The craftsman first decides on the form and overall design of the piece, and then forms the frame by bending and binding the bamboo splints. Masking tape made of tissue paper would be used and glued to fix the connecting points in position. Fabrics would be mounted on the frame, followed by calligraphy writing and drawing. The final steps would be decoration with accessories and assembling. It demonstrates the 4 major steps of paper crafting: binding, mounting, coloring, and assembling. Right. Let's take a look at those marvelous palace lanterns. The first one is the killing dance from the Hakka people. The lantern itself, you can see that this is the lantern of the rooster. So killing in Chinese culture is the very lucky beast. It's a mythical creature, which is not real. It's a combination of dragon and all the other animals, including deer, horse, tigers. In Chinese culture, killing represents good luck, good fortune. So in Hakka people, which is an ethnic group, widely living in China's Guangdong, Fujian, Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan. They love to perform the killing dance during holidays and festivals to celebrate the holiday, as well as to hoping to bring in good luck. Okay, after that, we can see that's the lantern of the dogs. Accompanying the dogs, right on the right is the typical Hong Kong style Tin Ho birth celebration. Tin Ho in Hong Kong is the goddess of the sea. Literally by the meaning, Tin Ho means heavenly queen. In Hong Kong, because Hong Kong is used to be a fishing village decades ago, so as fishermen, they worship the Tin Ho as their goddess of the sea. In Hong Kong, there are more than 40, I think it's 40 or 50 Tin Ho temples for worshipping. Tin Ho's birthday lies on March the 23rd. So on that day, every year, people in Hong Kong would go out and go to the Tin Ho temples to worship the goddess of the sea, to pray for security, safety, and a full net of fish. Nowadays, it's just mainly praying for good fortune. And after worshipping the Tin Ho at the temple, they would go out, and there will be dragon dance, lion dance, firecrackers, and the parade of floats, and all kinds of different celebrations to celebrate Tin Ho's birthday. After that, we can see in the middle is the centerpiece of this palace lantern exhibition, which is the galloping horse lantern. We also call it the merry-go-round lantern. It's a very big one compared to the other 11 lanterns, palace lanterns. This one, because you can see from the view that the pictures are evolving like a revolving door. So that's why we call it the merry-go, because it evolves and spins just like a merry-go-round horse or a galloping horse. So that's how it gets its name. People might ask why this lantern can spin like that automatically. Well, in old times, people would lit the candle inside the lantern, and so when the candle is fired, it creates a heart hot air. And when the hot air ascend above, it will create a current. The current will spin the blade wheel installed inside the lantern. So the blade wheel starts to spin. And the pictures attached to those blade wheels will spin with it. So that's how it's spinning like that. In modern days, because due to safety concerns, people use electric motors to replace the candles. On that galloping lantern, galloping horse lantern, it's the picture of the fire dragon dance from Dai Hong. Dai Hong is a village in Hong Kong. Legend has it that more than 100 years ago, the village of Dai Hong suffered a terrible typhoon. After typhoon, a big snake, a serpent, arrived in the village of Dai Hong, and then the serpent devoured all the villagers' livestock. So the angry villagers killed the serpent, but mysteriously the body of the snake disappeared on the next morning. And since then, a plague started to haunt the village. The plague has killed so many villagers that the villagers began to panic, until one day a senior villager had a dream. In his dream, the Buddha told him to ask the villagers to play the fire dragon dance to expel the evil spirits. So that's how this custom started to form and lasted till today. In this fire dragon dance, people would use straws to make the dragon body, to bond the dragon body, and on that body they stick hundreds of incented sticks. So when they are playing the fire dragon, the dragon starts to dance just like it's on fire, and the fires and also the firecrackers expelled all the evil spirits, and in the legend expelled the bad spirit from the dead serpent, and then the villagers were saved. Okay, so let's move next to this is the Cantonese Opera. And after that is the traditional Chinese herbal tea, which is very popular in Guangdong and Fujian province, which is the southern part of China. Because the southern part of China, it's normally very hot and warm and humid. So this herbal tea, which it's a healthy beverage to help people to get rid of the heat from their body. Well, when you first taste the herbal tea, it might taste a little bit bitter, but once you get used to it, it will find this kind of herbal tea very delicious, because it can be sweet and bitter at the same time, just like life. And the herbal medicines they use for those Guangdong people are very delicate. They form different kinds of recipes to make the herbal teas, so that the herbal teas have different functions on the people's bodies. Some are to get rid of the heat, some are to be pretty, to make your skin prettier, some to get rid of some of the sickness in your body. So it's kind of magic, Okay, so, okay. So we have some guests here that we want to discuss. Can we have a? Oh, that's okay. Okay, then let's move to our next palace lantern. I want to talk about the stories of I think that lantern, the lantern of the dragon. The accompanying the dragon is the Tai Ao Dragon Festival water parade. During the dragon festivals, the residents in Taiao region of Hong Kong, which used to be mainly fishermen also. They would roll out their dragon boats, and then they go to the four temples in the Taiao region, and they invited the statues of those four deities into their dragon boats, and then they would slowly roll those dragon boats, along the waters of the Taiao rivers, trying to pacify the water spirits. And during the water parade, the residents living along the banks of the Taiao waters, they would offer paper sacrifices and burn the paper sacrifices to express their worship to those four gods. Oh, here comes my favorite beverage, the Hong Kong style milk tea. Ever since I came to Hong Kong about a year ago, the Hong Kong style milk tea has replaced coffee to become my favorite beverage because it's just so delicious and yummy. Actually, I try to make this milk tea at home, but I can never reach that level, and the milk tea can never be that tasty. I don't know what their magic is, you know. In Hong Kong, the milk tea also has a nickname, the silky long stocking milk tea. That's how I call it. Well, it's not because the milk tea is made from the silky long stockings. It's they bruise the red tea first, and then they use this little cloth socket, to distill to brew. After the brew, they use this socket to distill the tea, and then the pouring style is just like long stocking, you know, silky long stocking. And then after pouring the tea, they will use fresh milk inside to make it very tasty. And you can also order the ice milk tea during the summertime because it's always hot in Hong Kong, and you will have a different kind of feeling. Okay. We have a guest here, so we'd like to ask you a few questions, if you have the time. Thank you. First of all, what's your name?
My name is Richard.
Richard, okay. Where are you from?
I come from mainland China.
Oh, where?
Actually, it's Guangxi.
Oh, Guangxi province, which is not very far from here. Yeah. How long have you been in Hong Kong?
About 6 months. I come here to study master degree.
Oh, in what major?
Engineering enterprise management. Yeah.
Oh, smart. So how do you like this exhibition as a whole?
I think it's very beautiful and colorful, and really enjoy this show.
So among all those palace lanterns, which one is your favorite?
I like this one is the most meaningful one, I think.
You mean the milk tea one? Which one? Which among all those palace lanterns, which one? Can you pick one that you especially like?
Especially like maybe the middle one.
Oh, you mean the merry-go-round lantern? Why do you like that one the best?
Just I think it's more. It's big and
more interesting.
And it's rotate and make a different feeling or something, I think.
Yeah, I like that one too. That's also one of my best ones because it's so it's spinning like a galloping horse, you know. It's very interesting, yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, enjoy your view at the exhibition.
Okay,
thank you. And there's a very special one that I want to talk about. Is the let's see if we can see it. Oh yeah, it's over there. Can you have a shot over there? It's the lantern of the monkey, and apart from the monkey, it also shows the another very famous Hong Kong tradition, It's called the Changzhou Taiping Qingjiao. It's in English, it's called the Changzhou Bon Festival. Yeah, we can move from here. At least we have a clearer view over here. The Changzhou Bon Festival, it's The Changzhou Bon Festival, it has a very interesting story, actually. It's in the 18th century. The Changzhou Island of Hong Kong suffered a very severe plague, and also it suffered the attack from pirates out from the sea. The Changzhou residents don't know what to do until some wise men on the island suggest them to invite the statue of Beidi, which is the North God, to the island, and they carry the statue of the North God to parade on the lanes, on the village lanes, and hence the power of the North God helped expel the pirates as well as the plague. So since then, on every April the 8th, people in Chinese lunar calendar, the Changzhou people would hold a festival to celebrate that event. The celebration can include the worshipping of the North God, dragon dance and lion dance, firecrackers, fireworks, parade of floats, and also there's one very special celebration which is called the Bon Festival. That's how it gets its name. The Bon snatching involves normally the organizer will build 3 very tall Bon towers, which can be as high as 60 feet, and on those 3 Bon towers, which we also call the Bon Mountains, people would try to. The mountains are hanged full of bonds, thousands of bonds, and the competitors try to climb up to as high as possible to the top of the Bonds mountains to snatch the highest bond and the most bond. In that case, the bond will bring them more fortune and good luck to the competitor himself and also himself or herself and their families. So all those, I think it's very special from this exhibition, the Palace Lantern exhibition. It's because it's all very Hong Kong style, which has a very local taste, All those things that I just said accompany all those 12 zodiac animals are intangible intangible cultural heritage items in Hong Kong, which are very valuable. So I think it's a nice experience of visiting this exhibition, which we learn a lot about the Hong Kong cultures, as well as enjoying very colorful lanterns. Well, with that, we're about to end this session of Xinhua's live report. I hope you liked it. And yeah, just like me, just enjoy the show.